On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into the hands of Dulcich. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. He's on the move. Big gain downfield. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Bengals football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow setting to throw. Complete beyond the marker. At the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Chased out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. From the gun, it's Ford. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns find their way to 6. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump. Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. And the Browns are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That is Marcus Jones. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He has it at the 5. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
They want to run it across. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 38 out of the play. And that gives the Browns a first. Ford straight ahead. And they bring him to a stop with this run. Gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Another one for Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Work. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Throwing on 2nd and 8. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
They send a tight end in motion. From the gun, again to Brown. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Siphoning up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Brown again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Gun.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Ford. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, mighty.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they pick him off again. And the Browns are going to take over after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns parlay the interception into points. Setting up to try the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all. But now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive.
On 2, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Back.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Finds his man over the middle. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Here we go. Stop.
Now Burrow. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson at the point after. And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Stephanie. Mustang 19.
They'll come out throwing. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Browns in possession.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. He's going to throw this one. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes...
And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one right down the middle. And the Browns grow the lead now to 22 points. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there.
On one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11, stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That's grabbed inside the 30. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. And they pick him off again. Christian is in with the INT. And the Browns might be able to get some points late after the interception.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Into the hands of Dulcich. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On one, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Dot.
Getting right back to it after that interception. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here we go.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
11. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Dot.
1st down, Burrow to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second.
Here we go.
The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Stop.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. On target to his man Higgins. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
11. Stop.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Escape. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. 11.
Another try following the sack. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing it to start this drive. Dulcich hauls it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 4. Pass complete to Dulcich. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Trap 60. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go now. Drop ball 80. Ready.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He lets one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
On 1, ready?
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
No gain for them, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
12, 12, 12.
Brown can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Fourth down, Burrow. Drops back, and he's going to go down. They get to him on fourth and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. That's up close to the 25. They'll come up first and 10. This is Ford. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, That pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
On the move, headed right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty.
Let's go.
Running it after the penalty. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Go.
This is Ford on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks you can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Ready.
Running left, here's Ford. And he'll advance this down to the 22-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Now Ford. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's go now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a give to Ford. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Alert!
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns getting closer to their 13th win of the season. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Ford. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Browns keep running away with this. Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
The tight end going in motion right.
Stop.
Play action now. Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go. Stop.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
1-1, ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Gun. Stop. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Brown's in a dime set. 3rd down coming, trying to lock up those passing lanes.
MT. Stop.
One final shot here. He's on the move. So the Browns come away with the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of